Hello everyone, and welcome to my cold. So since yesterday when I got the game to today, I've managed to develop quite a serious cold, so you can probably hear it in my voice. A little bit frustrating, so you'll notice some videos I've got a cold and some I haven't. But there we go. But anyway, onto this video then. So this is going to be a Nurburgring time trial, purely because we haven't seen this track for, well, since F1 2011, wasn't it? Nurburgring, where is it? There she is. Tried a little bit of this, you can see my best. I'm not sure I'll be able to beat that. 27.7. Feels absolutely awesome in this game, must be said. Really, really nice. Feels really flowing. In the last game, it was just too much understeer, and well, 2011 that was actually, wasn't it? So I can't barely remember that. Too much oversteer for that one, wasn't it? I don't know. It just didn't feel. I never really enjoyed it, but for this game, oh, it feels amazing. It really does. I don't know. We'll get into that in a minute, but it just does feel really, really nice. It feels so fast, so flowing. You can really push the car and really reach the limits. It's really, really nice. So here we go then, all strapped in. Completely standard setup, that's all I've been using so far really. I did those couple of videos where I did use setups, but for most of the time playing I should use a standard setup. So let's see if I can remember this track then. Like I said, it was yesterday that I last played it. And I just also played classic cars just a second ago. The 98T, which has got a lot of power and lots of wheel spin, so I might be overcautious on the throttle, but we'll see. Braking very late, too early actually. Pretty awful exit. Still up on myself somehow. Too wide, way too wide. We'll do a couple of laps, so we'll carry on. This corner is very, very tricky. There we go, not to do that. And also, there's no curb there, interestingly. It's not quite realistic. There's usually a curb on the exit there, so don't be going too wide. One of the corners is awesome. See how much, obviously that wasn't a great racing line, but see how much speed I took in there. So yeah, like I said, I'll do a few laps. We'll see how many we can get in, but brake so late for that corner. Maybe a bit late, compromise my exit just a little bit. I'll save my cars now for the next lap, because of course this lap isn't going to count. Very easy full throttle on these corners, they're nothing. This next corner is quite fun. Brake as late as you can. That was too early to be fair, and I didn't shift down enough gears. That was a little tap on the brakes usually, but I was offline. The DRS for this straight. 1.3 down on personal best, but that's not much considering the mistakes I've made. I think I can beat it, to be honest. Braking very late to this corner. These bumps are still too big in my opinion. I don't think they're this big in real life. And there we go, that's what it does. It tries to kick you out wide or unsettle the car. Spun once there. Showing how tricky it is. But here we go then. So coming into a second lap now. Hopefully I can improve my time. It's 1.6 down in the end then that lap was. Braking even later. Still a little bit too early, too fair. Lots of wheels on the exit there. This corner is very tricky to get right because it's not quite full throttle. You have me there dabbing the throttle. This corner equally. You're going to try and keep it nice and tight for this next corner. Which, like I said, is very tricky because the rear end just wants to do that all the time. Still not a great line there, still on the grass. Still just trying to maximise this track. I still haven't really got to grips with it. That lap in the head was pretty good, but can definitely do quicker. For sure, and this corner is particularly good on that lap. It's just gone way too deep there. Pretty much nailed that corner, I think, on that lap, that ghost. We're still doing time to him all up here now because of that bad last corner. We'll see if we can nail this next corner. That was better, a bit wide. Oh, almost spun. So it didn't work out quite nicely there. Still only a second down, so it's actually gained time on previous lap despite nearly spinning there. Let's see if we can get these corners a bit better, this chicane. Braking very late. Oh no, clunk the curb too much. Needs to take a bit of curb, but not that much. Come on for another lap then. I want to beat this time if I can. Bit of a snap oversteer there on the exit. Here we go, we're away then. So hopefully I can at least stick with my previous time this lap. Braking later that time. Still managed to make the apex beautifully. A little bit wide there, never quite got to my apex. Still ahead of my previous time though. And got on the curb there, didn't want to be doing that. Oh, that was just, it went badly wrong, didn't it? Got some oversteer on the entry, which completely messed up the entire corner. Actually, I nailed that corner that time though. Look at that, that was awesome, how much speed I took in there. Don't know if I can get across to you, or you can see how awesome this feels. It does feel awesome driving it. Nice better corner. Too early on the throttle though. A bit hard on the throttle anything. Bit of oversteer. I think I'm further down again because of that mistake on my best time. Better corner cut there to not do that. Almost too wide. I missed my apex, I was too wide. So still not really using any curves during the lap purely because I keep not doing very well. Let's see if I can actually nail the chicane finally now. Braking about the right time. That's about right, but those bumps are just too big. I don't believe that's how they are in real life. So I was a second down on my previous time. Can I be less than that? Can I gain a bit in the final sector? Nope. Obviously had a pretty good final sector on that lap. So let's see if I can break just as late as last lap then. Yep, about right. Compromise the exit a little bit and way too wide there again. That wasn't a great corner. Brake too late again, but if I can bring it back, it's not too bad. This is the trickiest corner on the circuit now. And there we go, more oversteer on the exit, costing me time. I'm close on a happen though to my previous best. That was a better corner, but it wasn't great. I'm right with my previous time now though, which is good. I can still definitely improve that first sector, can't I? That's way too deep in there. Gonna lose time to previous time up here now. Not too much so, look. I told you I nailed that corner though. My previous best, I mean. Just coming ahead of being ahead of my previous best. A bit wide. Managed to bring it back quite nicely, but still haven't taken enough speed in there. 3,000s up my previous best then, so can I just about beat it? It's going to be close. I'm going to do well because I'd had a pretty good final set on my previous best. Brake too early. Took too much curb. Might have got away with it though. Yep, I have. I'm pulling away from my previous best. Need a good final corner, which I've got. I'm going to beat my previous best. There we go, by a 10th and a bit. We'll go for one more lap then, see what we can do. And avoid lost time to my previous best there. But even later though. Missed my pits because of it. That was a much better line through there. I'm now ahead of my previous best. Oh, very wide. And took way too much speed in there. Pushed me very wide. And then I got a penalty. Or that penalised. Much better line through there, but took less speed. I mean, I could take a lot more speed through that last corner though. I'm still right on the back of this previous time. That was a much better corner. If I can get the exit, which I couldn't really do. Just couldn't quite get the power down. Still a bit better than my previous style, I think. Of course, this lap's disallowed anyway, but it just shows how much better I can be than my previous best. Too much speed in there, I think. Yeah, a bit wide. Got the curves very early there. Used all my curves here. Why not? Not going to beat it, and even if I do, doesn't matter. We'll see if I can actually nail the chicane though. Break a bit later than the last lap. No, too much curb. Although that worked quite nicely in the end, didn't it? And actually not too far behind the previous best in the end, despite the mistakes. And there we go then. So that was a few laps of Nurburgring. Like I said, it was really, really awesome this track, apart from a couple of corners. On this game rather. Apart from a couple of corners, like that one I mentioned, really hard to get the power down. And the chicane I still don't think is quite right. This bump's just too big. It takes some of the fun out of it. But there we go then. I will quit so you can see the sector times. And there we go. That's about it for this video then. And I thank you for watching. Bye bye.